Right. So then, what's been going on this month with Perpetual? We first launched on the 1st of December, and over those 2 months, we didn't see much success. What we've realised is we went wrong. We decided that we needed to pivot. So the month of January was spent building towards that pivot and launching it on the 1st of February. This month we had a big meeting, me and Elliot, where we talked about the pivot and decided what we needed to do, what kind of strategy we were going to take on, and the direction we wanted to move in. And then we got to work. So this month was spent a lot of time just sat at a desk, as you can see in the clips, working on my laptop, designing things. It's been difficult, it's been interesting, and a lot of my time has literally, like I said, been spent sat at a computer. It was really important to me that I keep up my training and that I stay disciplined with the habits that I've built. And in terms of training, I'm still training, almost every day, whether that's lifting, cardio, or on rest days, I'll usually go to the sauna. You see, I've been training about 4 to 5 years now, so it's relatively easy for me to be consistent in those disciplines because it's pretty automatic. And that's why I think that if you don't train yet, you should get into training. Anyone should get into training because it's taught me so much. And once you get to a point after, say, 2 to 3 years, it becomes automatic and it becomes a part of your life that will perpetually benefit you. If you want help, Perpetual is the place. We've got the workout plans, we've got the knowledge, and we've got the community of like-minded individuals, so you can surround yourself by similar people that are wanting to get after it. The link is just below. But this video is not about that. This video is about January and the month and what we've been doing to build the brand. Alongside this, we've also been thinking about how we can attack content. And Elliot's recently launched a new Instagram account, which has started to gain a bit of traction. The plan with Elliot's Instagram account is for him to become that authority figure. When people see his face, they automatically think, okay, this guy's going to teach me something about self-development. That's the goal, and that's been working. He's been getting views, he's been growing, and he's been helping people, which is the most important. So that's one pillar of the content system. And then we've also got this YouTube, which is my responsibility. And in the past, I've done, a lot of vlogs and, highly edited videos. And I just can't do that anymore because I don't like it. I don't like doing it. It feels fake. And it's not part of the vision that I want for the brand. I want this YouTube to be a super raw, real connection with you and to give you a little bit of an insight on our vision and how we're actually building the brand. Because right now, we're not successful. But I want to take you on the journey to show you what it takes to be successful. Because I promise you we will get there. We are determined to get there and it will happen because we'll force it. I want to stop saying as well, but I think that's a interesting perspective for you guys to have, a window into the life of me and Perpetual and how we're building it. Now, group calls are really important to Perpetual, and in my opinion, they may be the most important part.
I don't know, someone who isn't...
We'll also never have that perspective, which is like why it's so important to be really intentional on listening to customers' feedback. And that is one of the things that was like one of the catalysts to this pivot, because reading this book has helped me a lot. And one of the key things it said was you need to be able to work efficiently in a startup, you need to be essentially building off of customer feedback to limit the amount of waste, because often, and what I kind of found we did over the past year, is we assumed customers' problems, tried to build a solution that we thought was cool, even we right now are not the customer, and then once we kind of brought it out and tried to launch it and stuff like that, it never really clicked because we assumed the problem's wrong, kind of thing. That's why all the videos and the content that we've put on the site. This group call was very important for us, and the sole reason was because Jamie, one of the founding members of Perpetual and somebody who supported us from the very start, said that he'd like to help us in any way he can. The reason this is so big for us is because he said that to us because he believes in our vision. He believes in us as people, and he can see the vision we have with Perpetual. That means everything. So Jamie, if you're watching this, seriously, thank you. We appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know. That's all we want to do with Perpetual. We want people to see this vision and believe not only in us, but in themselves, that they can actually achieve what they want and that they can be better. So what have I actually been doing on my laptop this month to build a business? So I've been designing a lot of the Instagram posts, a lot of the store page graphics. So when you click the link and you get brought to the store page, what does that look like? That's all designed by me. I've been designing the new features in Perpetual. So I took charge of the feed tab and also the leaderboard tab. So those two have been designed by me, and I have to figure out how to actually make them, bring them into reality. So essentially what happened was earlier on in the month when we had this pivot meeting, we realized, okay, we want a leaderboard and we want a feed tab. Then I've got to go away and think about how can I develop a feed tab and a leaderboard? What does it look like? How does it actually work? So yeah, I spent quite a lot of hours doing those two. Right. It's just a little task for me to do, but there's bits that we need to talk about in it, like getting the store page ready, stuff like adding everything onto there, the price, VSL, and just speak about how we're gonna sort those and get it ready. Then it's about thinking about some kind of launch campaign and rolling it out, kind of thing. But I just thought it was important to like collate everything that we actually need to talk about and the important stuff, so we can not miss stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't, like last time I remember I just kind of forgot that I needed to redo the VSL, and then I was literally finishing it on New Year's Eve. Yeah. I tend to use the sauna 3 or 4 times a week. I try to get in there as frequently as possible. And obviously I use it for the physical benefits. If you don't know what a sauna does, it essentially dilates your veins, yeah? So it makes them wider, which increases the blood flow, which then increases the supply of nutrients to your muscles. So it aids recovery. I don't really use the sauna just for that reason. For me, I'm in there for 30 to 40 minutes at a time, and I tend to use it just as time to relax and think by myself. Also within this month, I went to Poland for a few days, which was really nice, and I tried to use the time traveling on trains and planes and stuff like that as time to work. Because we had a lot of work to do for the pivot and to get ready for it, I couldn't just pause for 3 or 4 days. I didn't have the freedom for that. So I think on the train down from Newcastle to Manchester Airport, I was scripting Instagram stories because I know that I need to get more active on Instagram. Also, whilst I was in Poland, there was a gym and a spa at the hotel. So I saunaed twice, I think. I went to the gym every morning. Different place, same discipline. Now, I'm also still studying law at university alongside trying to build Perpetual. So my time management has to be pretty perfect and pretty good. I've got used to it now, so it is manageable, but it's still difficult at points. I think the good thing is, because I enjoy Perpetual, it's a passion, I don't mind spending all my free time on Perpetual. It doesn't feel like work, whereas uni does feel like work. So when I'm thinking about uni work, when I'm doing it, I'm just getting it done. So it feels like an obligation instead of a passion. Now we've launched and we're gaining a bit of momentum, the community's flowing, it's working, which is nice to see. People are engaging, I'm updating the leaderboard, and people are posting in the feed. It feels good because it feels rewarding for the work that we've put in over the month. Welcome.
Oh wait, my sound is off.
No, you're on.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Ultimately, the reason you're in here is because you have that kind of voice in the back of your head that's like, okay, I want to better myself, I want to improve myself. A lot of people either don't recognise that or they have that feeling but they don't kind of accept it, and then they stay in the kind of state that they're always in. Whereas because you're acknowledging that and you've say taken the step to even come on here, it's like, first of all, well done, and second of all, you're in the right place because you're similar to us in all the other people that are on here, in terms of we've got that thing in the back of our head telling us that we want to improve, telling us that we want to do something better, and that the state we're in life right now is not where we want to be in the future. Without fail, coming off these group calls, you just feel fired up. You just feel like you've got a new lease of energy and motivation because you're surrounded by like-minded people that are also getting after it. So it makes you want to do one more, do better. And I think it's a really nice point in the week where you can just come to and keep yourself accountable. If you feel the same about self-development as we do, you need to be in there. And anything else we need to decide. But apart from that, I think like again, product-wise is fine. We just need to keep doing our deliverables in terms of content, in terms of the chat, the feed. I'll keep updating the leaderboard, and it should all keep flowing, and we'll just keep fucking driving clicks, which is nice because we're in a good spot now. Because it's like before we were a bit in a fucking wave, whereas now it's a bit more of a clear path. Do you know what I mean? We know what we need to do. So yeah.
Cool.
Sick.
Until then.
Right. Work hard.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. This is just the start. We will build the biggest brand in self-development. I'll see you next week. I appreciate you for watching. Okay, decent.